Hello everyone, this is Gary Jenkins. This is Bermondsey Daily Message, beautiful words from the beautiful book. Now, we've all heard of amazing grace, but have you heard of incongruous grace? Well, during the lockdown, I've been reading this fascinating book all about the Bible's teaching about God's grace and God's gift to us. And I've been learning an enormous amount about incongruous grace. And wonderful message it is, and a wonderful piece of news it is, to know that God's grace is incongruous. And that's why it's so amazing. But what does that mean? Well, to explain, let me tell you a little story, and I've got to blow my own trumpet a little bit. And to explain what incongruous grace is, I've got to tell you a little bit about the opposite. At my school, every year, the teachers had to get together and they had to work out who was going to be given the prizes at speech day. And in October 1974, the lot fell on me, and from my year, I went up onto the stage and I received this gift book from the chairman of the governors. I shook his hands and I was given this book. It was my school prize for my work in the past year. Now, the secret of the people who were dishing out those prizes, who was awarding them, was to exercise congruous grace. What that meant was there had to be some connection between the person who was getting the prize and what the prize was for. It had to be credible. It had to be believable. The person who was receiving the prize had to be seen by the wider school community to be worthy of it. The person who got the prize for biology had to at least show an interest in biology. The person who got the prize for good effort actually had to do some work. The person who got the prize for attendance had to be someone who hardly missed a day of school. Everyone knew that no one deserved to get a prize. The prize was a kind of gift that was given to you by the school governors, but it wasn't a gift that was unrelated to what you had done. The idea was you had to deserve the gift. You had to be worthy of the gift. The gift had to be congruous. There had to be a match between the person and the gift. Well, that's how it is with school prizes, that's how it is with swimming competitions, that's how it is with football, that's how it is in all parts of life. But that's not how it is when God deals with us. Because when God gives us his grace, when God gives us the gift of his love, his gift is not a congruous gift. It's not a gift to people who are worthy recipients. His grace, his gift, is incongruous. There's a mismatch between what the person has done and the gift that they receive. That's why we say it's amazing. In Romans 5 verse 8 we read this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. I was pretty pleased when I received this book in 1974 as a schoolboy. But what a gift God gives all of us when he gives us his Son. But he gives us his Son while we're still sinners, while we're undeserving. And people may well say, that doesn't make sense. That is, if you like, incongruous. It doesn't fit. And that is the marvel and the amazing nature of God's grace. that God loves us so much that he doesn't give us a prize for good behaviour, but he lavishes his love upon us when we don't deserve it. It was while we were still sinners that Christ died for us. Thanks be to God for his amazing grace, for his incongruous grace, for his grace that we could never be worthy recipients of, but can only receive from him, the God of all love and grace. Thanks be to God for his amazing love. Amen. This has been Bermondsey Daily Message, beautiful words from the beautiful book. Join us tomorrow for another message from another location here in Bermondsey.